Why, after we supposedly have taken a rest, we're like, "Man, I need another vacation."
We just
Yeah.
grind all day long until we go to sleep, and that can't be healthy.
The difference between rest is actually sleep. It's going through a physical process that we need to get up every day to be rejuvenated versus this hibernation, this reset is we
All right, Terry, you wanna take us to the next topic?
Yeah, so I really like this topic, right? Just let's just dig right into it. The difference between rest and reset, right? Why, after we supposedly have taken a rest, we're like, "Man, I need another vacation."
the vacation from the vacation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
Let's because I mean, this is a new concept for me,
Uh-huh.
rest versus
Yeah.
reset, because a lot of times we believe when we take that vacation, we've
Oh my
reset.
God.
But
Mhm.
but 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 what's really going on here?
That's good. I'm laughing because that just happened. I'm 10-day vacation, came back, time to get busy again. Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely a difference, clinically and, physically, and rest is sleep and giving our bodies time to really go through the cycle and the process. I'm not like a sleep expert, but we have to go through the process of sleep, getting into REM sleep and getting to the point where we are fully rested, disconnecting from all the AI world, all of technology, setting the space up, the room up so that you are at optimal rest.
Mm,
Your sleep
mm,
versus reset. And I talked a little bit about I talked about this a little bit when we talked before in terms of like the bear effect, the hibernation effect, where hibernation for there's a few animals, probably about 4 or 5 animals that hibernate, and we're familiar with the bear, right? And so
mhm,
the bear is actually not asleep.
mm,
The bear is in a such a calm state that because and here's the reason it's sleep. It's sleep because during that season, what that bear needs to eat,
mhm,
the snow is on the ground, it can't get to what it needs for nourishment, right?
mm,
So it has to bring its body to a certain state so that it's not craving those things.
mm,
It's not going after those things. And so to me, the difference between rest is actually sleep. It's going through a physical process that we need to get up every day to be rejuvenated versus this hibernation, this reset is we bring our pulse down, we do
mhm,
meditation. There's so many different things that you can do
mhm,
to bring yourself into a calm state so that your body, your mind, your spirit is not craving. Church, we talk about that in that fasting state
mhm, mhm,
where our body's not craving certain things so
mhm,
that we have kind of an open ear that we didn't
mhm,
have before then.
mhm.
It's not that, so don't go near that bear. That bear not sleep, right?
Right, right.
Don't come at me with an attitude or don't, in real life, don't
Mhm,
deal with me because you see me in this restorative reset state because I'm not asleep. I'm just in a place where I'm recovering. That
mm,
has to be for us. Okay, a bear does it, but for humans, we have to be intentional about it. So
mm,
that's why, and vacations can work, but it has to be a set intentional experience of bringing the physiological part of you all the way down through meditation, through breathing, the spa, whatever it is to bring that down. Um,
mm,
if your jaw's clenching, your
mhm,
shoulders still shrugged and hurting, you
mhm,
breathing fast, if you feel fragmented, you're
mhm,
not in that state of reset.
mm.
So that's kind of how I usually address those two things in the leadership
That's
role. It's bringing your team to that space.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. That makes a
wow.
lot of sense, right? Because most of us, Ralph, when we go on vacation, we started another job. It's another
We
job.
Basically.
everywhere.
Yeah, basically. Basically. Yeah,
And yeah.
man, that is
I'm
so
bad with
powerful.
it 'cause I take my computer and everything, so I gotta get
Yeah.
better at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so powerful though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think in my own well, I guess as I've gotten older,
Yeah.
I've craved it. I didn't know how to
Mm,
label it. Like, I'll tell my wife all the time, I'm like, "Man, I don't wanna go on no more cruises. It's just too
mm.
busy," right? I just wanna go
Wow.
to a resort somewhere where I could just sit there and just look at the sky, right? And I think I was just craving that ability to disconnect from everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
get calm,
Yeah.
but now I'm thinking to myself, "But how
Mhm.
am I doing that daily?
Mm.
Where am I intentionally,
Mhm.
planning and making room for this process?"
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we don't. We just
Yeah.
grind all day long until we go to sleep,
Yeah.
Yes.
and that can't be healthy for
No.
you, not only emotionally, but physically. Wow, that's really thought provoking. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's making me rethink some things as to how I
Yeah.
plan out my day. Because you talked about
Mhm.
frameworks like yoga or breathing or those types of things.
Yeah.
Everything you said requires intentional planning,
Mhm.
right?
Putting it on the schedule.
Yeah, you gotta get it on a it's gotta be just as important as everything else that you have to do, which goes
Yeah.
back to your
Literally.
capacity, right? Goes back to your capacity and setting boundaries to be
Yeah.
able to say, "You know what? I'm gonna set a boundary here so that I can have this time for me
Yeah.
to reset so that my capacity is
Woo.
greater so
Need
that
a
I
reset.
can be the best that I can be for you." Man,
That's
that's
it.
Yes.
Need
heavy.
Yes.
need a
Yes.
reset.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ralph, that was
Yeah.
a great summary on that too. And so
Oh my god.
also, Amethyst, can you hit a little bit on, and you said this before, you said your body is keeping score. I think this is
Woo.
a great segue to that, right? Because, and that
Oh
resonates with me,
my
right? Because I'm a
god.
sports guy. I love sports. I mean, I love sports.
Yeah,
And
me
I'm gonna
yeah.
say this too, right? So Amethyst and I, we went to high schools that were like rivals. So
Oh, what high school
I'm
did you
gonna
go
get it
to?
out there. I went to McClure.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I wanted to wait to the end of the show, guys.
I forgot. Don't get me
I wanted the
started.
vibe and the energy in the right space. So
You
if it
just messed
turns
it
right now,
up.
you know why. I
I
remember
need a
one
drink of
time, man, they
water.
ran us out the parking lot, Ralph. They ran us out the parking lot, man. We had to leave.
That was probably right in there.
Right.
I did more
Right.
than running, unfortunately.
Oh,
But
man.
good one, good one. There's a couple like so you all mentioned the body keep score, but also one thing that you can do in a natural way, whether at work, at home, you're not on vacation, is be mindful, notice your senses, the taste, touch, you know, what you're watching. And I always say if you could just take 5 to 10 minutes in your workday, notice something from each sense, maybe three things from each sense. What can you touch? Because a lot of times we're just on the keyboard and that's associated with work, right? Bring your little fuzzy ball. I have an amethyst rock over there
Mhm.
and I might just touch that rock. Why? Because it's bringing me back to me, right? I'm
Mhm.
centered in work, but I need to focus on me right now. I need to touch this rock and to
Mhm.
ground my what's called grounding, right?
Mhm.
I may get up, go outside. Like, when was the last time you put your feet in the grass? Right?
Mhm.
Been a long time. But as
Mhm.
kids, we did that all the time. Why? Because we were grounded. Again, we didn't have the language for it then,
Mhm.
but the language for putting your feet in the ground, on the ground and in the grass right now is grounding.
Mhm.
It's bringing you back to you. It's like touching something with your senses. And so, what can I taste? Not just eating your food, but taking time to enjoy your lunch,
Mhm.
going at a pace where your digestive system is doing what it's supposed to. So
Mhm.
that is actually taking our lunches.
Right.
I was horrible at that. I keep lotion at my desk. It's not just lotion, but I'll take scented lotion. Why? Because I can touch that. I can put that lotion on, the smell of it. So now I'm in what I'm
Mm.
smelling. So
Oh, that's
again,
good.
think of your five senses Think of 3 to 5 things that you can do to heighten all of those senses at
Mm,
least 1 or 2 sessions per day. You can break it up. Why do we do that? To bring ourselves back to that place of calm, that
mm,
place that we talked about, that it's bringing you in touch with your capacity at that moment. It's enhancing your capacity. So
mm,
when you think about your body keeps score, the score is going to go through the roof when you are focusing on you.
mm, mhm,
Your mind is never separated from your body. So when you get in that constant state of performance and work, your body's taking score of that. It
mhm,
understands that you needed to do that, but it also understands that you need to be brought back to that state of calm so that you can be prepared for the next day. So we're not just getting rid of performance because it's needed, but we're
mhm,
adding a component through our discussion today, we're adding a component to it that's going to actually help us perform even better. That's
mhm,
gonna actually help the team understand each other better. It's gonna increase the capacity. We're gonna get to know our condition, and so that's what I mean by the body keeps score, and that's not my framework, but that's a understanding, a term that's a phrase that's out there now,
mhm.
but that's how I apply it in my everyday life.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. If today's conversation helped you grow in your leadership, influence, or your career, take a moment to visit leadershipsovereignty.com. There you'll find exclusive resources, free guides, and ways to stay connected to our community of leaders who are building purpose and success. Don't forget to rate, review, and share this episode with someone who's on the rise in their career. Until next time, lead boldly, lead with purpose, and continue to walk in sovereignty. Take care.